Live up in here yet? Well, anyways, welcome to the dungeon. We're not going to really chit-chat like we did last time, I promise. But if you guys were fortunate enough to tune into that, like, last long stream, a little bit of it was informative. A lot of it wasn't. But what I'm going to do is show you guys real quick what was going on. If you remember right, on these doors right here, as I was explaining the last stream, these were all chipped up and stuff. And I just picked them. So, okay, no chit chat. That's right. Let's go. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So, I told you what I was going to do about these holes, if you guys remember, the last time. So, I'm going to show you what I did. This right here, the driver's door. I haven't did this one yet, but I did start the passenger's door. So, if you guys can see how I just chipped all that stuff away? It's pretty much just a cosmetic thing, but I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to go back over here, set this down. You guys, welcome to my dungeon. You know, this is where I do a lot of stuff. You're going to see some spider webs and stuff. It's just, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I went over some tools that I was using. And like I said, this handheld belt sander, you know, 1/2 inch is like the shiznick of all shiznickians. The older folk will get that. Alright, now for the passenger's door, this is what I did. Tell me if you guys can see the difference. Let me flip it around here. Okay. You see how I kind of just went and I sanded. You see where it's all nice and rough right there? I sanded down all those little dots like you can see right there. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is following this right here and just molding it in right to here, because this part right here hits the corner of the dash. The dash is indented right here, and this is what's out. And I mean, like, usually there's like within a 1/16 in here. I've actually wrapped doors to where it just barely hits. So that's what's up. I'll show you guys real quick. I went down. You can see I'll go over it one more time with you guys real quick. We'll do the driver's side together. But you see how I got all that chip away down to where it was solid. All right. So if you guys want, you can listen real quick. I'm just going to do some quick grinding. This one right here, this door, the passenger's door, that was and we have this issue that we're going to fix as well. All right, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get this done. We'll do that in a minute, because since I already have the belt sander plugged in, we're just going to use that. So no sense to keep switching equipment 100 times. If you're just joining, this is what this one looks like. You can see it's kind of peeled up, kind of shitty. You know, that's all me. Right now we're fixing some cosmetic work. I should have paid more attention back then. But, hey, if I did it right the first time, would we be having this video? Let's put it this way. Alright. If you remember what I said, this right here I think is a 120 grit that I got on here. But with the RPMs and stuff, I mean, it's still just, it takes off a lot of material. So if you're wearing earphones or whatever, I don't know if you got to plug them, but I'll be back with you in about, I don't know, minute and a half. All right. Here, let me do one hand. You guys come with me. I'm just going to get my mark right here. I'm following that line right down. All right. So everything. There. All right. Now we're going to work on getting some of this stuff off. Like I said, we're only going to go up probably about a ½ inch or so. See how it... Here, let's get some of this main stuff off. Going back a little ways, you know, it was adhered really well here, but we need to go back so we have something for our fiberglass and our mat to stick on. All right, let's get up here. Let's get this area. I have that tape there just kind of for a reference, but we have to kind of grind up on this a little bit because when we lay our mat, we're going to need something for it to adhere to. And with that raptor liner on it, it doesn't. Get back a little bit more. It ain't going to hurt, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see. Alright, there we go. I probably just lost a bunch of people because it was just noisy as hell. But let's check out. Here's where our dash line is. We want to keep this from this area right here over as stock as possible. You know what I mean? This right here, I determine can stay. So we'll just have to like smooth and melt it into this right here. Well, not melt it, but you know what I mean. This right here, I got to hit again. So it's raised a little bit. But this is what I was talking about right here. You see the thing itself is all adhered really good. It's solid. That didn't fracture or crack or nothing. I'll let you guys see. That right there is just more of the, I believe that was the Bondo, the Rondo with the glass in there. So that adhered. This is on. That's not going anywhere. And we're also, since we're here, oops, sorry, we're going to attack this piece. Remember, I gave the guy a hard time on those because it looked like it was just sprayed on with adhesive and stretched and then fiberglassed. Well, you know what? I'm a goddamn moron back then, and I did the same thing, okay? And I don't know if you guys can see it right here, but see how it's not really uniformed? You know, this one kind of goes down a little bit, comes up, and this one doesn't go down as much as this one. You know, it's all cosmetic things. You know, they're not separated at all. You know what I mean? But we're going to take the angle, the belt sander again, and we're just going to notch this right down. We're going to get back it probably right here to where it starts, because we're going to fill all this back in. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Who's in here? We have Karen. Thank you. Mark, Stuart. That's what's up. All right. This one right here, I want to have both hands. I want to have control of the tool because as much as I want to get you guys over here, I'll get better shit going on soon. But like I said, it's going to get loud for another second. Just bear with me, all right? Because we're going to have some fun things. I'm going to explain about how to make the mix that I do and things like that. What we're gonna touch it up with when we're done. You know what I mean? So just bear with me for a minute, all right? before I go, I know there's probably some of you, why isn't he wearing a mask or glasses? You want to know why? Because I just don't think sometimes you guys should always have your PPEs. You know what I mean? And it's good. That's why I wanted to set you guys down. So always have two hands on your tools, man. These get away. It doesn't always damage your workpiece, but it can fuck you up too at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So just be aware. All right. Oh, one other thing that I want to say, you know, we're fortunate enough to be working on a piece that we can maneuver. You want to be as comfortable as possible doing this stuff, because like I just said, a slip, whatever, you know, we can move this instead of moving around and getting in weird, awkward things. You know, it allows you just to, you're comfortable, and that's probably the safest way to do it. Sitting here talking about safeties without like a respirator and glasses on. If I did that, I don't know. But all right, give me like 1 more minute and I'll bring you guys over and I'll show you what's up. And if you haven't hit that like button, share this out. Let's hang for a few minutes. We can bring it back out after. We're gonna go back out in the old thinking cube, and we'll mix up some glass, and we'll start laying just a little bit on. We just want a nice little thin layer, something that's going to really adhere and dry well, you know, and then we can scrape that up a little bit, and then that's when we start. We don't want to just glob it all on, you know, because usually the stuff at the bottom, we're not getting air, you know, and a lot of this stuff, it takes warmth, air, and the chemical itself, you know. So give me 1 minute and I'll be right with you. That's what I mean. This thing's awesome. You can get right in the little nick. I'm just going to hit up here where it was before. I'm just going to hit it real quick and I'll bring you guys over and show you. You got to remember, this is ABS plastic, so you just don't want to have this resting too much, because what does this cause? This causes heat. And what does heat do to plastic? It melts it. Not only will you be going through more like necessities and tools and materials, you know, there's also a chance of getting like a big gouge, you know, and you don't want that, because then you're like, shit, now I have a hole to fill, you know. We don't want that. But oh, this is that one where I had that little tiny piece. I'll show you. All right. The air line is over there, but I'll just show you what's up real quick. Here we go. Hit that thumbs up, guys, please. All right. This is that area I was talking about. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, got right in there. This right here, where is it? Okay, that's nothing. That's not a crack or anything. So, right along this seems pretty good. All right, since we did that one, hold on. Flip you back over. I know it's not like the ideal setup, but you know what? We'll get this together. All right, this was the driver's door, which was pretty good. All right, so since we did around that top where that ABS speaker mesh was, the factory speaker mesh, obviously the mesh it's part of the door. So obviously it's not like something that we could have cut out or something. Possibly you could have if you were doing wood, but if you were doing wood, yeah. All right, so now since we're pretty much done with that, just for now, let's get on to the other one. All right. This is the passenger side door. And as many of us base heads know, the passenger side door, the passenger side pretty much, period, is like the loading. That's where shit really goes down. All right. And if you can see right here, that's a blame fuck up. All right. Why do I say it's a blame fuck up? Because it happened. You know, I had a lot of people, yo, be thankful like a doors last a season and stuff. Yeah, but it's just rough. You know? I don't like that. It's bad enough there's already a set of doors or two out there that just people aren't satisfied with. But like I said the other day, when you have caviar taste with a fish stick budget, you know, you're going to get fucking tartar sauce. You know, not Grey Poupon. I don't know if that made any sense. But let's switch up tools. Let's switch up tools. See, I'm starting to talk again. I'm going to shut up. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be honest with you. That 5-hour live I did, your boy got rid of it. I kind of went off on a tangent, and that wasn't the idea for that video. You know what I mean? I did not want to do that. Look, I was working on those other doors over there. We're not going to reuse this. You know what I mean? It's dirty, and it's just not going to do what we need it to do. I'm that guy who's had this for so long that it doesn't just sell. You know how they're the stick and shit? No, not this guy. All right. It seems like every tool I have, I'm pretty much Amish with electricity. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Amish people, man. You guys can build shit. What am I doing? You are going to stay right there real quick because I got to run back out to the thinking cube and grab that 3M spray. Just do something, I guess, for a minute. Y'all thought I was going to forget my alcohol. Remember I said that's probably like the #1 tool. All right, let me just grab a sanding disc real quick. You want to know what's funny, guys? Is I've had my toolbox, Christ, I don't know, 6-8 years. Am I the only one who still opens up the wrong drawer like the first time? It's like automatic. Everybody just opens up the screwdriver drawer. You know what I mean? Carlos! Oh, I think something came out of my nose. Carlos! So, like I said, all my shit. Oh, jeez. Hold on. My second favorite tool, the picker here. You know, this stuff kind of like rubbers right up. So it's right in front of my nozzle. I'll just use my pick to get it out. Well, let's give it a good spray here. Let's see. I'm happy with that. All right, listen. If you're doing doors, you're going to get dirty. People are like, oh, wear gloves, wear gloves. You can. I don't. Gloves just kind of, I don't know, get in the way. Everything seems to stick to them a lot of times. Just kind of hold it here. Just nothing huge. I don't think I have to tell you guys, like, there's holes in this. There's breather holes in that. Yeah. As I say that, nothing lines up. Oh. Did it. I always just kind of go around to make sure, because there's always like an 1/8 inch hangover. So when you're sitting there, you can kind of... All right, this has speed 1 through 6, but since I just adhered that, I'm going to wait a second. And while that dries, I can tell you guys just to hit that subscribe button. All right, we're going to have more content coming out. And while that dries, like I said, for 1 second, I want to do a set of doors for one of you guys. The only thing that's required by you is to get them to me and buy the fiberglass and the rings. Everything else I'm going to take care of. You know, you do the shipping. I need the fiberglass and pay for the rings that we use, which I have some. So you might get out of it scot-free. I can tell you what rings I have right now. I do have 2 10s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 6.5s. I got a couple 8s. You know, so would you like to see your doors get done? We can do it step by step, from like going upstairs, washing them off, to coming down, doing a couple different layouts, to heating up the glue gun and start to set our dowels so we can place our rings. You know what I mean? And then we just go, we lay our stretch mat or our fabric over. You know what I mean? You always want something that has some stretch to it. That's what's going to give you those great contours. You know what I mean? And contours are awesome. That's one huge bonus that why I like rings. You know what I mean? Instead of just a flat board. You know, you get a flat board and it's just real boxy. With the rings and stuff, you can kind of stretch, and it gives that concave, that pretty woman kind of curvy style. You know what I mean, boys? All right. So right now, we're going to focus right back on here. Oh, thought I lost that. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This. Boom. The old trusty dusty. We're going to be sanding this down. And like I said, we always want a clean work area. Even if you're going to sand it, grind it, whatever. You know, wipe off your work area. I'm telling you. I said last time, that was probably my biggest fault, was not really kind of prepping correctly. You know, I don't want to say that I cut corners or whatever, but I will have some egg on my face and just say I was ignorant to it. I didn't really know exactly how in depth you had to do this, you know. I knew you had to, like, have it clean and have an abrasive foundation for things to stick to, but we learned together. All right, so we have our belt sander unplugged. Okay, a lot of people, why isn't he taping his doors off where people can see and stuff? Because we're really not going to mess up that area. We're not even going there. I just kind of tape the edges right where we're going to be working. All right. All right. I think she's sticky enough. Thank you guys for sticking in and watching. Make sure you hit that share button and like and subscribe. All right, guys. What do we got here in the chat? Let me see. Stuart should make an Amazon list of what products you use for doing doors. Maybe St. Nick can order some supplies. Is that like Santa Claus stuff? St. Nick? That's all I know. Stuart, from the Hastings to the Holloways, we love you, brother. You're a good dude. We see you. We see you. All right? I was actually talking to the boy about the boys to you the other day on the support that you give us, man. But, oh, before I do that, I wipe that down. Why? For this, oh, the furnace. But is that too loud, guys? If it is, just bear with me. Remember you guys had that whole hour-and-a-half tutorial about tape sticking? I apologize for that. All right, we're just kind of just tape, and as all this is gonna do, it's not like everything's gonna be taped or sanded within that. It just gives me a reference. You know what I mean? You know, look, it's nothing pretty. I'll show you in a minute. I just want to cover some area that doesn't need to get affected. Actually, I'm going to move this over a little bit. Okay. There we go. What we got in here? Throw up some W's. Throw up some W's. I only got a couple of you in here, but we'll get more. All right. So, oh, let me bring you over and show you what I did. All right. Nothing major. You know, this right here, this affected area. Like I said, I don't want to like have like a whoops and have it come way over to here and stuff, because I want to do as minimal as possible, because he is going to get these resprayed. So that's kind of what I did to tape off. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's just a kind of a reference where I need to be in there. Okay. I'm actually going to bring you guys with me on this. If you have earphones, all right, turn down your volume. If you're on the TV jamming, whatever, turn down your volume. I have a real good feeling on the bottom of this, we're going to see some cloth, all right? And we're going to go right over it again. So here we go. Look at that. We call that downstairs, I call that a moron move. I already know what I did. I just didn't use enough. I was very sparingly. That was definitely on me. So let's dab her up again. Oh yeah. Oh. It'll probably never come off now. All right, let's try it back again. Like I said, this sander has been with me, like has been my #1 since day one. You know what I mean? I can tell you, real minimal tools. Yeah, this is how your boy planes wood. There's nothing more gratifying than have that grip and you're just kind of, I don't know, call me old school, I am, but I think that's cool. Let's let that sit up for a minute. Oh! I don't want to talk about anything else really, because then we're not here for that. We're here for doors. All right? You guys make sure you hit that like, share button. All right? Like this video. And if you haven't, I want you to subscribe. And if Diet Coke is watching, Diet Coke, thank you for everything. Aspartame, like, is good. I don't know if that's a thing. Well, I know aspartame is a thing. See? Tangent again. I'm going to be quiet. It's almost like waiting for paint dry right now. But, like I said, these are not going to take that much. It really wasn't that much work. It was pretty much cosmetic. And we're going to blend it right back in. And once he gets some color match, I have a feeling you're not even really going to tell. You know what I mean? I know the guy who does his color match, Anthony Caddy Rendezvous, just fucking Ant-Man. The guy is a master at fixing any kind of rips, tears, vinyl, dashboards. He color matches upholstery. He's the man that you want. He's the guy like the high end, like Beamers, Mercedes, Porsche, Audi, probably even greater than that. They're the ones that he calls. So what does that tell you? You know what I mean? He'll have no problem hooking these up. All right. We got 12 in here. Boom, let's go. Hit that like button. We got more to come. We got more to come. All right? You think we're good now? I think so. Let's see. Let's just do a test run real quick. All right, that's on 6. Let's turn it down a little bit because that's a brand new and it's going to start taking it real quick. I'm going to keep you guys up there for now. Give it the juice. Hold on. All right. You know what? It was kind of just like I thought. There was a little piece right here. Let me bring you guys down with me. All right. So what we're looking at now. This right here, I'm just going to grind that down a little bit more. That's pretty much, that's not like a stress crack. That right there is definitely in the rafter liner. All right. Everything else looks pretty good. But I am going to take the belt sander and just kind of be a little bit more aggressive. I thought with that on it, it would take a little bit more. But we're going to unplug and do a little belt sanding. Okay? Like I said, I'm sorry, guys, if you're far away right now. But this guy's going to work on some camera equipment, I think. I need to do that. Yes. Okay, we're switching back. Welcome back. I told you, this tool right here, man. This is the good stuff. Oh, geez. Hey, we got light. Was that on? All right, let's unplug our hand. And we'll plug in our belt sander. You know, I plugged it in with it under my arm. I should have never done that because sometimes you never know if this is on. That probably would have hurt. That was a bonehead move of mine. Please take some of the things that I do and run with them. But when I do unsafe things like that, I suggest you just pay a little bit more attention than I do sometimes. You know, thank the good Lord above, I haven't been cackled out yet by a power tool. But I've had close calls, and that's just for me not paying attention. But once again, if you have earphones in, if your TV's cranked, you're at church, I don't know what you're doing at the ground round, Cracker Barrel, whatever, mute it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, you, I definitely probably should have some kind of respirator on, because that raptor liner shit stinks. Get rid of that little piece. There we go. All right. All right, there. That was much more aggressive. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unplug that for now, just because it's real close by and we don't need anything happening. I really should have the air compressor hooked on right now. I just kind of want to clean this out and show you guys what's up. I went way down on this one. Went way down. Here we go. All right. See, right here where that crack was, there was enough fiberglass there to where I got it down to where that crack isn't there anymore. You know what I mean? And everything is pretty solid. So that's good news for us. All right, what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna plug in the air compressor. Okay, guys. It's right here. It's gonna be loud for a minute. Once again, earphones. Do what you need to. Give me 1 second. It is right here, so I just don't have it plugged in. You know what? Oh, I got some air in the tank, baby. I got some air in the tank, so maybe we got out of this without having to mute. But I'm sure probably a few of you wish I was muted right now. Oh, yeah. That's such a good feeling. All right, I'm just going to clean off the workpiece real quick and see what we're working with. I'll bring you guys around after. Let me just get this one. Okay. Pretty cool. Let me hang this bad boy up. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Look at this. A speaker grill for a 12-inch Sundown. The Neo Pro 12. But, all right, enough about that. Let's get back to this. So now, I'm going to walk you guys through and show you that I still need to do more right here. Imagine if I would have showed you guys this, thinking that that was good. Here, I'll show you. Look, I didn't even hit that yet right there. You see that? I didn't even hit it yet. I'm a moron. All right, so give me 1 second. I'm actually going to turn the workpiece towards me so I'm not over on that other side. Now I can see a little bit better. There's some light shining in right there. So let me plug in my workpiece. Or tool, whatever, workpiece. This is the workpiece. All right, so headphones, hold on. Yeah, this is gonna come out good. Now I'm going to go up. Now I'm going to go up a little bit right here, about a ½ inch. So it gives us something to stick to when we lay down our mat. We're going to want that to transition nice. You know, we're going to want it just kind of flow in. So we're going to do that right now. That's what we're talking about right here. All right. Once again, I'm in a close area, so I'm just going to unplug that. Safety first, man. Imagine getting cackled out by doing something that you really like to do. But I'll bring you guys down here. There we go. This was that area I just showing you. Right there. So now it's kind of smooth right in. So I just kind of went up probably about a ½ inch all the way around right there where that stuff was coming up, because now we have something for our fiberglass to adhere here to. You know what I mean? And we have this one. Now, would you guys like me to end this and do the batch of the fiberglass, or do you guys kind of want to come out with me and hope you guys can see as much, because the weather is kind of cold here today, and it's gonna have to be a hot one. I am kind of like downstairs, but on the other end of the house, but regardless, those fumes get crazy and it just goes up through the house. No matter where you're at, it'll just travel. So you definitely don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Field trip. You ain't kidding. Wah, 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 wah. We got 7 people in here. Thank you guys so much, man. It means the world to me. I don't know if you're here because you're waiting for me to ramble on, like beyond what our scope of our job was supposed to do, or if you're really truly interested. Regardless, thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. All right, it helps me out, and I see. You guys stay here for 1 minute. I'm gonna go out and kind of reiterate what I regurgitated there a couple days ago. I'm gonna go get some of those. I'm gonna go get all the materials that we need. All right. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. You guys want to hear a crazy thought? For some reason, I was just humming the Smurfs theme song. The la 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 la. You guys old enough to remember the Smurfs? Huh? One of my favorite cartoons growing up. I don't know why we're talking about that, but one of my favorite things growing up. If you guys remember, it was called Hong Kong Phooey. And what it was this basset hound or some kind of hound dog who was a janitor. But he turned into like this karate thing, and his name was Phooey. So it was pretty badass. Oh, here are those other rings. So I know somebody will want to have doors done. You know what I mean? And we'll do them together, you know? You tell me, we'll work on it together like this. It doesn't get any more interactive, you know? And who knows, I might even throw in a wrap for it or something. And not like a wrap. I mean like a wrap. But, alright. Let me clean some of this up here real quick. You guys can watch. How many people we got interested here still? 6 people. Love you guys. My luck is probably just Cash and a couple of his buddies. But that would be cool, you know. Any of you guys got old kids or older kids that are getting older? Man, my boy Cash, he's going to be 18 in April. What a long trip it's been, man. You know, we all have had them. But you want to know what would be the most epic thing in the world that I'd love? I know that he's like not into the car audio thing, and I kind of explained a little bit why. You know, but I would love for him just to kind of like take some interest in this. Like I said, I'm no goddamn professional, but I enjoy doing it, and they come out, they work, you know. I'd love for him to take interest. You know what I mean? I'd like to learn with him. You know, bounce ideas off like other people. Right now I'm just kind of like procrastinating and wondering if I need to like, should you guys come with me out there in a mix? But I am going to tell you what we need to do though. All right, and that I can do for you. I did grab number 1, chip brushes. Harbor Freight. They're cheap. You don't need an expensive fucking brush. All right, because these are expendable materials that's inevitable that you're going to go through. You're going to go through quite a few of them, to be honest with you. And they're cheap. Super cheap. Buy them in bulk. All right. We're not going to need any tape. Okay. What we are going to need, though, is our genuine stuff. Yeah, sticks to that, doesn't it? All right. Not our acetone. I grabbed the wrong goddamn thing. See, that's a moron move. That happens. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Here we go. It was literally right underneath me. Okay. We got our resin. Oh, he's on Whatnot buying cards. Nice. What's his favorite group? I've been on Whatnot. It's so easy to hit bid on that, man. That's a dangerous site. And we have some original filler that we're going to use towards the end. We're not really going to need that right now. But what we are going to do is we're not going to be using a whole bunch. So we're just going to kind of use this for now. You know, I do have a special bowl that I use. I've done a dozen doors or so mixing in the bowl, from straight like fiberglass to mixing Rondo to mixing haired Rondo, or AK people would call it just like fiber, like not fiberglass, but Bondo glass. You know, because there's a difference between Bondo glass, Bondo, and Rondo. You know what I mean? Probably shouldn't leave you on a cliff like that. I should probably explain it a little bit, huh? Your Rondo is your acetone with hardener, all right, mixed together solely with your Bondo and your hardener, okay? That mixes together and it's called a Rondo. It's pretty liquidy, and I'll bring you back to science class in 3rd grade. Liquid is self-leveling. So a lot of people use that just before they decide to skim It's a real great tool to fill in all those nicks and crannies and stuff, so you can wet sand it down and get it nice and smooth, and then you can glaze it. I'll admit I'm not at that stage yet to where you can glaze and have it like beautiful, ready to go in and paint. All right. Unfortunately, I'm not at that level yet. Would I like to be? Yes. Do I pretend to be? No. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna get, you know, and that's just that. I don't know if you guys are watching, but we're gonna be having a big storm here. Don't mind me. I'm just contemplating about doing that right now. We're having a big storm where I'm up here in southwest New Hampshire, and we're expected to get, I want to say 8 to 12 inches, you know? But you want to know what Blaine says? Bring that shit on. The only reason why I say that is YouTube is your best friend. The in-laws gave Shelby and myself a snowblower. And it had been sitting, you know. I'm not a complete dolt. I understand how carburetors and stuff work, so I got it running, you know, put some tubes in the tires and stuff because that had to be done. I just didn't want to buy new tires. It was cheaper. Make a long story short, I was out there last week when we had a storm, and boom, I hit the switch for the auger to go in gear. Everything's fine. And then it seemed like as soon as I hit any kind of snow or whatever, it just stopped shooting snow. So I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And you know how you have to have the lever down to see? So I'm sitting here trying to stretch over my head, didn't see nothing. That's another good use for duct tape or painter's tape. So what I did is I went in, like 99% of us do, straight to YouTube. I typed in the model, the size and everything. It's a Aaron Snow Tech. And I was like, it's just not throwing snow. So the first video is like, oh, your gearbox is shit. So I'm like, fuck. All right. I was like, nah, that ain't it. Let's find something else. So there was this maintenance video. And one of the first lines he said was like, is your snowblower running great and it's just not throwing snow? And I was like, yeah, that's what the fuck is going on. So sure enough, he's like, oh, grab a 10 millimeter, which you guys saw the other day. It was pretty easy. I went right for it. I knew where it was. So I grabbed the 10 millimeter and I took off the belt shroud. There's a belt shroud in there that turns the propeller, that shoots it out of the chute. You know what I mean? The augers push it to the propeller, and the propeller shoots it out of that fucking arm. You know what I mean? So I took that off, and there's a belt, obviously, that turns that propeller, you know, to shoot the snow. And I'm looking, I take it off, and it's pretty basic setup, you know, it's like a big V belt, you know, with the pulleys that are grooved. And I look, and man, it was loose as a goose. It was like that 2:30 in the morning kind of loose, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh man, ding, 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 guess what? This guy just said, undo that tensioner pulley. It's pretty much just a bolt that slides with the pulley. He goes, if you've never maintained it, that's your belt just stretched. So sure enough, the pulley was all the way out. So I'm like, haha, undid it, pushed the pulley in, tightened it up, and there was no slack on that blower at all. Yeah, on that belt. Started it up, everything's running. As soon as I pushed into 5 feet into the snow, dude, my head just exploded. I was tossing snow, baby. I shit you not. 30, 40 feet, just pew! You're in New England, or if you deal with snow, you know the satisfaction it is of tossing fucking snow. Man, I'm really thinking I might need to end this just so I can go out there and do. But what I'm going to do is tell you how I'm going to mix it, okay? Because I'll be back. I'll be back. All right, we're a little bit more on pace today. Besides my snowblower story. That's going to happen. All right. What we're going to do. All right. Now, we're not going to need a lot of this because there's not a lot of area. And we're just going to want to put just enough to cover it so it dries quick and heats in it and make sure that it adheres. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is just some regular... Are you fucking kidding me? Is it over there? No, I just had it. Where did it go? Did anybody see where I put the... It's right here. All right. I mean, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe like half of that, if. All right, and that's still... No, half of that will be good. Because what's going to happen is once we take this, all right, we're going to take this stuff and we're going to take our scissors right here, all right. These are another... Oh, no way. Oh, okay. I thought they were fiberglass together. We're just going to barely cut. Look at that. Super, super small strands. All right. And we want to put that shit in there. All right. Like I said the other day, if you've ever seen concrete, they put rebar in concrete for what? Strength. It gives the concrete something to adhere to. You know, if it's just plain, like, fiberglass resin, you know what I mean? If it's plain just fiberglass, there's really not much strength, you know? Hence why carbon fiber, I'm sitting here cutting when I don't need to be yet. So that's what we're going to do. What time is it right now? We have what, 4:30? I've been on for almost an hour. Okay, this is actually good. I'm figuring it out. An hour is just enough to keep you guys in tune. I want to thank you between 6 and 12 people who have constantly been watching. Much love. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. You share this out. I'm at 854 subscribers. So what's that? 146. I need 146 more subscribers. And this has all been organic for 13 years. 200 and something videos. I want to reach 1,000. It's going to be a milestone for me. And I'm going to thank you guys. I'm going to bless you guys. You know what I mean? How? I don't know yet. We'll figure something out. But I'm going to bless you guys if I can get to that 1K. So for now, okay, so I don't ramble on. I got 1 minute and 30 left for exactly an hour, and that seems good. Your boy, we're going to mix. All right, we're going to mix the resin. We're going to mix a little bit of that hair. We're going to barely just drape it onto our workpiece where we need it. Make sure it dries. And when you guys come back, I will show you what got done, how it got done. And that's about it. The process is going to be pretty easy. Once I get it done, I'll explain the process of what I did to get it to there. All right, so let's take one quick last look at what we're looking at. All right, so when you guys come back, all this right here is all going to be kind of like fiberglass, very, very lightly. All right, same with that one, very, very lightly. All right, and right here, we're going to do that. So, for you people that have been with me for an hour, I love you guys. D, thank you for the support, man. D got a shirt. Couldn't thank you enough for that. I love it. So, for now, keep your notification bells on. Share this out. Tell your friends, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Blaine. I'm out, and I'll see you soon. Sooner than later if I figure out how to shut this off. All right, love you guys. I'll be back, all right? Keep your bells on.